In this video, I'm going to teach you how to throw a lead hook. That's going to be a left hook if you're orthodox or a right hook if you're southpaw. So let's do this. So the lead hook is one of the more difficult punches to master. It's definitely going to take a lot of practice, a lot of time to understand it and get it down. I'm going to break it down and to show you what the upper body's doing and what the lower body's doing. The hook, think about it as a shot that's going to hit your target from the side, okay? Side of the head if you're thinking of an opponent, or side of the bag if you're hitting the bag, okay? So it's a side, it's a shot that comes from the side. Whereas the straight punches go directly in front, they hit the front of the target. The hook, the lead hook or the rear hook, they hit the side of the target. So the arm, first thing you want to think about, it's not going to be straight, okay? In order for me to hit the side of a target, I'm going to want to keep my arm bent. Make sure you can see it here, okay? Normally or ideally, we want at least or as close to a 90-degree bent at the elbow, and we also want the forearm to be parallel to the ground. So think parallel to the ground or 90 degrees at the armpit and 90 degrees at the elbow. That bend of the arm here is going to help the shot hit from the side, okay? So that's how you want to think of it. It's not a straight punch, it's a side punch, and we do that by keeping that elbow bent. So practice this motion for a bit, okay? And think of that shot as coming around the side to hit the target. Let's say the target is here, boom, boom, okay? That's the path that we want that punch to travel, okay? Now let's start focusing lower down. In order to generate power, in order to be able to hit hard with that shot and remain balanced, the lower body, what the lower body does is very important. So here in your stance, to initiate the hook, wind the hips up. Turn your shoulder. If you're in your orthodox stance, turn your hips and your shoulders to the right first. Okay? To the right first. That helps simulate, let's say, a right cross, a straight right. It puts you in that position where you're loaded to throw that shot. Okay? Once you're here, you're going to turn the opposite way. Okay, one thing you'll notice, or one thing that you should do, is allow the weight to transfer from your front leg to the back leg. Turning the hips, turning the shoulder, letting that heel raise, turning on the ball of that foot. Okay, so practice this. Right shoulder forward, heel down, left shoulder forward. Twist, untwist, or twist one way, twist other way. Make sure that the feet are taking turn balancing you. You load it, you unload. Okay, so that's what the lower body is going to be doing. It's going to be winding up that shot, boom, then unleashing, then releasing the shot. Okay, now the arm is going to go from your guarded stance, your guarded position, to, remember, that bent position, because we want it to come from the side. Okay, so as I'm here, as you're here, wind up, turn that right hip and shoulder forward, wind that shoulder up, that left shoulder, turn back to your right, placing that right heel down, allowing that left heel to turn, and letting the arm come around. Okay, again, if I'm facing forward, I want that shot to go to the side. So I'm going to load it, boom, and unload. Load it, untwist, let the arm come out, it's bent, then I'm making contact with my target, with my opponent. Okay, if you see the feet, that front foot has to pivot. Okay, it will pivot, boom. You want to anchor yourself on the back leg, letting your weight transfer from that loaded front leg, boom, to finishing on the back leg. That transfer of weight from one leg to the other is what's going to allow you to generate a lot of power when you're throwing that hook. But again, it takes a lot of time to master it, to get the timing and the synchronization of everything down before you get very efficient at it. Okay, so let me glove up. really quickly and just demonstrate it for you on the bag. Just give me a second here. So your lead hook, and that's again, whether you're a lefty or righty. You're gonna be here in your stance. You wind up. As you unwind, you transfer the weight from front leg to back leg. You're just letting the body twist or turn. Remember that shot is a side shot. This is my front shot. These are my front shots, my jab and straights. My hook comes from the side, okay? So wind up, boom. Wind up, boom. One more time. Wind up, boom. Now, as you land that shot, boom, you're gonna want the back hand to cover the back side of the head, okay, your right side if you're throwing it from an orthodox stance. Left hand, you're gonna want it again, or front hand, you're gonna want it to be parallel to the ground, elbow bent, so we can have that curvature in the shot. The fist, I'm gonna keep it simple. Go with what's comfortable for you. Some of you are gonna be comfortable, you might be comfortable with your thumb up, okay, like I am here, or you might be comfortable with your thumb pointed towards you, okay, this way. To not make this video too technical, just go with what's more comfortable for you. Practice it slowly on the bag at first, with the fist landing both this way and that way, and figure out where you're most comfortable with it. So that's the lead hook, a very powerful shot. It's definitely gonna take time to master, but it's gonna be well worth your time to learn it and get good at it. So keep practicing it, be patient with yourself, it'll get better over time, okay? That's it with the hook.